G'day everyone, welcome to round 12 for Tab's set of 6 and also Mini. The State of Origin teams have been picked. Let's get straight into tackle 1. 5 debutants for the Blues, 3 for the Maroons and a new captain in Daley Cherry Evans. What'd you make of the squads?
I think both squads are pretty strong. I like the way where Freddie's going again. I like Kotrick, I like Murray. He's been outstanding for a number of years. Adds a bit of variation to their forward pack and their plays in the middle of the ruck, which I like. Cody Walker's been on fire. Disappointing for Luke Keary because I think he would have been there, but sadly with the head injury, Cody Walker gets his shot and he's been in outstanding form as well. So Daley Cherry Evans, captain, it's a huge honour for him. So this is a big clash. I can't wait.
Yeah, what I love was Kevy Walters getting really quite pumped and emotional in his initial press conference. I mean, Queensland have to win game 1 being at Suncorp. Just have to. 100%.
I think traditionally when you look at Origin and the history, the people that win game 1 normally go on and win the series. But for them, the next game's in Perth and the last game's in Sydney. So game 1 to them is vital.
Initial thoughts then, heading to game 1?
I think it's going to be really close, really tight. And I'm a blue at heart, so Blues for me.
Yeah, look, I'm Queensland at the value at this stage, but we'll see what happens between now and next Wednesday night. Tackle 2, so we got, of course, an Origin depleted round for round 12. The Panthers and the Sea Eagles, both missing their number 7s, DCE and Nathan Cleary for Penrith. So we're finally coming off a win, the Panthers.
They are, I know. It was a scrappy one, but they got the job done. So does that build their confidence for this week? I think it does. But Manly coming off a pretty poor loss to the Titans. So I'm tipping Manly to back that up. Desi will have something up his sleeve there.
Yeah, our bookies can't split them at the moment at $1.92 each. Manly have really missed Jake Trbojevic though there. But Penrith are missing their centres in Dean Vare and Wonga Blake as well. So it's just how they can deal with those outs.
It's a tough period. I think, injuries and then Origin stars out as well. So this period over the next 6 weeks is vital for some teams.
Big chance for the Panthers to get some confidence though. Bin or win, tackle 3. So looking at Origin depleted sides here and whether they can overcome that. Specifically the Bunnies. Can they beat Parramatta at Bankwest without Walker, Cook, Murray and Gagai?
The Wayne Bennett factor. I'm going to put this in the win basket for me.
Okay, win. The Bunnies cause an upset, would you believe? Brad Arthur's dropped 4 players there too for the Eels. The Raiders to beat the Dogs at ANZ, minus Papali, Whiten and Kotrick, and also Josh Hodgson out, which is a blow.
Massive blow. I think the Bulldogs can win this game, so I'm going to bin that.
Binning the Raiders there against the Dogs. North Queensland away at the Gold Coast without 2 key players in Morgan and Maguire.
Yeah, I'm going to put this in the win category. I think they'll get the job done. They've still got Tomalolo there and a good forward pack.
Good value too at $2.20 outsiders there. Same game multi-time now, tackle 4. And the Word too on the Tab blog nailed a $31 same game multi last week. Had Cronulla head-to-head into Cronulla to win the second half against the Dragons and Bronson Xerri to score the first try. So amazing. Well done, the Word. Follow the Word on the Tab blog. What game are you going to here? I'm
going to go to that Cowboys game. I'm going to go Cowboys into Kyle Felt to score into the overs. So that will give you $6. It's a pretty good price. So
the Titans are around the worst defence in the NRL this season. And also the Cowboys have won the last 8 against the Titans. That's some hoodoo to say the least. And you're getting $2.20 only head-to-head. That same game multi, $6. Player watch. Well, now we're going to look specifically at a couple of players, Mini, who just on the cusp of Origin selection and a couple of key players heading towards that Parramatta Souths game on Friday night.
Yeah, well, we've got Reynolds and Ferguson. So Reynolds been in outstanding form for the Bunnies, steering the ship with Cody Walker. Could be disappointed in not getting in that side with
especially due to the combination with Cody as well.
Well, that's the thing, that the combinations count for a lot when you come into camp and you've got limited preparation before one of the biggest games of your careers. But they stuck with Nathan Cleary, so I think Reynolds will steer the ship for the Bunnies. But also Ferguson, on the other hand, been in outstanding form. Was a little bit off with the, say, selectors or Freddie last year because he didn't turn up to a few things, but reconnected with Freddie at the start of the year and he was in great form last year and started this year. But they went with Kotrick. So I think Fergo will have a big game as well.
And we're going to Golden Point, our best bets of the round, and we both at this
Yes.
game, Parramatta South.
We are.
I'll let you go first, Minnie. Who do you like?
Well, look, I just think with Wayne Bennett coach teams, he loves the adversity when players are out, Origin time. So I'm tipping the Bunnies to win in this game. I know you're going something different.
Yeah, for Golden Point, I'm tipping a very untrustworthy side in Parramatta. And to win 13 plus at $3.30, taking on Minnie, just taking the 240 head-to-head for the Bunnies. I just think it could be a bridge too far for the Bunnies without, especially Damien Cook and how much go forward he gives them out of dummy half. But look, Brad Arthur dropping 4 players, and with a lot of strike power there, particularly in their back line, they should be winning this game.
Well, they should be, and it's back to their home where they lost last week where they didn't play well at all. So I think they'll probably be disappointed in their performance. So I think it's going to be a cracker of a game, this one.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch, no doubt. So that wraps up set of 6 for this week. And Minnie, we're having an Origin special early next week, and even getting one of the Queensland greats, Trevor Gilmeister, involved.
Yeah, well, we did a shoot a couple of weeks ago, and it's going to be quite funny, I think. He's a great guy, but Blues all the way for me.
Thanks for joining us again on Tab Set of 6. We'll see you next week ahead of Origin. Good luck, punters.